Alright, I'm so sorry for the abrupt ending. But reason we are going live, we have a tornado. We have multiple tornado warnings that are now in effect, and we have a tornado warning in effect for the south side of the Wilmington metro area. And you can see this storm, which is just to the southeast of Southport. If you're in the Carolina Beach, Kerr Beach area, you need to be in shelter. If you're in Bald Head Island, you need to be in shelter immediately. Again, this is a possible tornado. This is a possible tornado moving into southern Brunswick County. If you're in Bald Head Island, if you're in Kerr Beach, if you're in Carolina Beach, you need to be getting ready to get to shelter. We have multiple tornado warnings and a tornado watch. Let's take off the radar data so we can see all the warnings and watches. Again, let's get down to this tornado warning, which that does include the Southport area, Caswell Beach, the east side, Bald Head Island, Kerr Beach, Carolina Beach, and into Seabreeze. So if you're ahead in Myrtle Grove, you need to be in shelter. We also have another tornado warning, including the city of Fayetteville, and everybody in this white area or in this yellow area is under a tornado watch. I don't know the ETA on when the watch will be canceled, but there's a tornado watch in effect. But we're gonna start off again with this tornado that is heading into Carolina, which is heading into Carolina Beach. Let's take back on the radar data. Look at how pronounced this storm is. You can see this is the Hook Echo inflow notch straight into this storm. Storm has a lot of inflow. We're not going to forget, we have other storms out of water. We have this storm, which it could follow the same trajectory on the same storm, and the rotation is definite. NROT, it's actually showing a decent sign of NROT on that storm, and then on the storm southeast of Southport has a very decent supercell structure. And we're going to do a three-dimensional views on, we're going to do a 3D view coming up in a few minutes. But let me switch over to another radar. This is the TWDR in New Orleans. Let's get over to the storm. Tornado watch in effect for Gilchrist, Alachua, Bradford, Columbia, Baker County, and into Nassau County has been canceled. Tornado watch has been canceled. So if you're in Camden, Glen, Nassau County, Bradford County, Alachua County, Dixie County, and Gilchrist County, tornado watch has been dropped for you. Also, if you're in Wayne County, Brantley County, Charlton County, and Ware County, tornado watch has been dropped. But we still have a tornado watch in effect. Apollo Beach, Gibsonton, Riverview, Progress Village. You need to be in shelter right now. I'm gonna check but we do have a tornado warning. This does include the city of Tampa. So if you're in downtown Tampa, you need to be getting to your shelter, small room on the lowest floor near the center, away from windows. This is near the terminal site in downtown Tampa. So if you're in the city of Tampa, if you're in central Hillsborough County, if you're downtown Tampa to Palm River, Progress Valley, Gibsonton, and Riverview, this is a tornado warning in effect. We don't have a confirmed tornado on the ground yet. But there is not a tornado warning there's not a new tornado on the ground. Alright, the tornado warning has been canceled, but if you're still on the south side of the city of Tampa, you're near this TWDR site, which, look at that. I'm not surprised if we have a possible, tornado that's on the ground, potentially, but we have a rotational signature that is producing a tornado near the TWDR site in Tampa. If you're in Palm River, if you're on the south side of Tampa, you need to be going to shelter. So let's get back over to the Wilmington storm. If you're on the south side of Wilmington, if you're in Seabreeze, if you're south of Myrtle Grove, you need to be in shelter now. This storm may skirt up. This storm may miss the shoreline, but if you're in Bald Head Island, if you're in Kerr Beach, if you're in Carolina Beach, you need to be getting ready to get to shelter right at this moment. Sorry about that. We just had to do a little thing. But again, if you're in Carolina Beach, if you're over in Carolina Beach, you need to be getting to shelter immediately. Small windowless room. Okay, forgot to take this off, so let me take it off. So let me just move that. All right. But again, possible tornado is just to the east of Bald Head Island. If you're in that area, you need to be in shelter immediately. Again, if you're in downtown Tampa, this is a tornado warning for Progress Village, Gibsontown, Tampa, Orient Bay, and Del Rio. If you're in the south side of Tampa, towards Palm River, Progress Valley, Gibsonton, and Riverview, you need to be in shelter right now. This isn't a confirmed tornado, but this does have a decent rotational signature over the TWDR site in downtown Tampa. This is showing I don't think this is a tornado on the ground. I think we may have a possible tornado on the ground south of Tampa. If you're in Palm River, Orient Bay, west of Progress Village, we may have a confirmed tornado near the TWDR site in downtown Tampa. Again, if you're in the Kerr Beach area east, you need to be in shelter. Look at that rotation. That is... Let me actually do a gate-to-gate shear. Let me do something to this real quick. So, place marker here. This is a 67. This is a 60 mile an hour knot wind. But again, we're gonna stay on this storm in Tampa. We're gonna stay on this storm in downtown Tampa. This is a potentially dangerous tornado. I don't think it's on the ground, but looking at the radar, I think we just saw a little CC drop, but we're not taking any chances. If you're in Tampa, Orient Bay, Palm River, again, you need to be getting into shelter now. If you're in Gandy, if you're in Feather Sound, if you're in Pinellas Park, St. Petersburg, tornado is done. We have another rotational signature west of Apollo Beach. I'm not surprised if this develops into a possible waterspout / tornado. And let me zoom out. Let me get some of these cities. If you're in Lakeland, Kissimmee, Orlando, Deltona, what are you experiencing right now? Not really any rain, but the storms are down to your southwest. If you're in Lakeland, the storm is just to your west. If you're in Bradenton, in Manatee County, the storm is just to your west. If you're in Holmes Beach, you can see it. If you're on the water, I know it's January. Some people may be on the water, probably to try to just get in the water just for a few minutes. You might as well get out the water before this line of thunderstorms moves into parts of Tampa. We got another radar. Let's get over to this. This has a more clear view of the storm south of Tampa. This is around 5.5 miles to the south of Tampa. If you are in Progress Village, you need to be getting to shelter now. This is a possible tornado. That may be a possible tornado is just to the southwest of the city of Tampa. Also west of Apollo Beach by around 3 miles, we have a possible rotating storm. I'm not surprised if it develops into a tornado. We have a tornado warning for parts Cumberland, Harnett, and Sampson County. Possible tornado was spotted near. A possible tornado was located near the Wade area, which this is now, I think, over the city of Wade. This is a possible rotating storm over downtown, over the Wade area. And then we're gonna go down to this storm that is south of Raleigh. If you're in Raleigh, you're okay. You just got a tornado watch in effect. The storms are just to your south and southwest and west. If you're in the city of Raleigh, if you're in Fayetteville, I will give you another 5 minutes and you can get to shelter. But if you're in Wade, you need to be in shelter. Actually, if you're in Fayetteville, you're clear. If you're in Wade, you need to be in shelter immediately, as a possible rotating storm is moving into the city, moving into the community of Wade. If you're along I-95 from, what is this, Dunn? Yeah, Dunn, Irwin, Linden, Goodwin, Falcon, Wade, you need to be in shelter now. Or Godwin, you need to be in shelter as a possible rotating storm is heading on you. Let's get over to the tornado warning at Tampa. Alright, so the tornado warning that was in effect for the Wilmington storm had been canceled, but if you're in Kerr Beach, Carolina Beach, you could possibly see the tornado. Potentially, if it's on the ground. I don't know if it is, but look at this. This is over water, but this is a rotating storm. Look at the presentation on that. That presentation is just immaculate. Now let's get out of home view. We're getting out of home view for a minute. Let's reset for all of our screens. We have severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. We're gonna talk about a decent amount of these severe thunderstorm warnings, but we gotta get these tornado warnings off the map. Now let's get back over to the tornado warning. This is the most serious signature. Not it's a tornado on the ground, but this is a possible rotating storm north of the city of Ruskin. Also, if you're in if you're north of Apollo Beach, I'm not surprised if this is an area trying to wrap up. Green is moving towards this radar. Green is towards, red is away, and if you channel that area, that is a possible rotating storm near Apollo Beach. I'm not surprised if it tries to get itself together. Now let's get over to the Progress Village Tampa storm. Tampa sirens are sounding. Sirens are now starting to sound, potentially, in the city of Tampa. Now let's get down. I don't know if this is matching up, but I think we may have a confirmed tornado on the storm near Tampa, but that may be just radars, and I don't know. But if you're in Hillsborough County, if you're south of the city of Tampa, you need to be in shelter. If you're on north side of Gibsonton, Riverview, if you're along I-75 from Pebble Creek all the way down to, I'm just gonna say, the radar site and Sun City Center, you need to get off, go to a gas station or restaurant, just go to anywhere that will let you in and get inside of a small room. If you're in, again, Progress Village, you need to be in shelter at this moment right now. Let's get back over to that storm. But let's get over to the storm that we are tracking near Dunn. This rotation, it is decently hidden, since it's decently hidden, so we can't see it. But this looks like one of those feeder band storms. But again, if you are in the Dunn area, you need to be in shelter immediately. Actually, if you're in Raleigh, you can see the storm clouds west of Raleigh. If you're in Charlotte, there's a lot. And I mean a lot of flash flood warnings for a lot of counties. I don't want to get into all these counties because it's going to take me a decent minute to list them all off. Got a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm that is near Carolina Beach and on the east side of Wilmington. So if you're on Topsail Beach, you may need to get off of the beach and go on shore. Let me back some of this storm. Let me back this up. So let me put this in motion. So this storm, really, they had a tornado warning because they thought it was gonna move inland, but it decided to just turn northeast. But then that storm started to get its act together. Now there's no tornado warnings for this storm, but there's a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm not surprised. If this storm continues going north and keeps its strength, we're going to get a tornado warning probably coming up. Now, I said I was going to do a 3D on that storm in Carolina Beach. I'm actually going to do it, so here's the three-dimensional look of the storm from Southport. You can see all that. If you see all that purple, that is hail. That is large hail into this storm. Let me actually filter it so we can see the hail. When you see the pink, we see to say it's a purple and pink, white and potentially gray and black. That is hail. Black, gray, white, and gray is hail, heavy hail. And if you see black on this radar, if you see black on the radar on a storm, that is heavy hail, probably up to 2 to 3 inches of hail. We've had that, but on this color table, I have never had this above 80 dBz. I've never had that. I've never had hail. Never seen hail up to 4 inches. I've seen it once, but I don't think it actually happened. But in terms of hail, there is hail falling east of Carolina Beach on this storm. On this storm east of Kerr Beach. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Kerr Beach. Let's get over to the storm in Tampa. Now this is south of Tampa. Rotation may be trying to